The air is thick with the sweet smell of cherry blossoms. The petals dance in the gentle breeze, painting the streets in shades of pink and white. It's a scene of serene beauty, a moment frozen in time, but underneath that sweetness a chill crawls down your spine. The fog rolls in, shrouding the streets in an eerie mist. The once vibrant colors fade into shadows and the air grows colder. Japan, a land of ancient beauty. From the majestic Mount Fuji to the tranquil gardens, every corner tells a story of a rich cultural heritage. The harmony between nature and tradition is palpable, a land haunted by spirits. As night falls, the ancient temples and shrines take on a different aura. The whispers of the past seem to echo through the misty forests, and the presence of the unseen becomes almost tangible. They hide in the shadows, whispering scary stories. The yokai, mysterious creatures from Japanese folklore, lurk in the darkness. Their tales are passed down through generations, each story more chilling than the last. These are the yokai, strange creatures from Japanese legends. They are like warnings. Each yokai has its own story, its own lesson to impart. They serve as reminders of the thin veil between our world and the supernatural. They are nightmares that come alive. From the mischievous kitsune to the terrifying Onna, these beings are woven into the fabric of Japanese culture. They are the embodiment of fears and superstitions brought to life in the dead of night. And the most famous of them all is Kuchisake-Onna, the Slit-Mouthed Woman. Her story is one of vanity and vengeance. She roams the streets asking a simple yet terrifying question: am I beautiful? Her story reminds us of something chilling. Beauty doesn't last forever. Vanity can be dangerous. The legend of Kuchisake-Onna serves as a cautionary tale, warning us of the perils of superficiality and the fleeting nature of physical beauty. And some wounds never truly heal. The scars of the past linger, haunting us in the quiet moments. The whispers in the shadows remind us that some stories are never truly forgotten, and some spirits never truly rest. The whispers started in the Edo period, a time steeped in tradition and shrouded in mystery. It was an era where the samurai roamed the land, their swords gleaming under the moonlight, and powerful rulers dictated the fate of many. The air was thick with tales of honor, bravery, and sometimes unspeakable horror. A time of samurai warriors and powerful rulers. These warriors, with their unyielding code of Bushido, were the epitome of discipline and strength. They lived and died by their swords, their lives intertwined with the very essence of Japan's history. But amidst this honor and valor, there were shadows that lurked unseen and unheard. A time when darkness hid in every corner of the night. The streets, though bustling by day, turned into a labyrinth of fear as the sun set. Every shadow seemed to whisper secrets, and every corner held the promise of the unknown. It was in these dark alleys and shadowy corners that the legend of Kuchisake-Onna began to take shape. That's when the story of Kuchisake-Onna began. In the misty forests and the quiet countryside, whispers of a woman with a disfigured face started to spread. Her presence was felt long before she was seen, a chilling aura that sent shivers down the spines of those who dared to speak her name. No one knows exactly where she came from. Some say she emerged from the depths of the forest, a place where the line between the living and the dead is blurred. Others believe she was born out of the collective fears and anxieties of the people, a manifestation of their darkest nightmares. Some say she was a samurai's wife, driven crazy by jealousy. Her beauty was unparalleled, but her heart was consumed by envy. She suspected her husband of infidelity, and in her rage she confronted him. The confrontation turned violent, and in a fit of madness she was disfigured, her once beautiful face marred forever. Others say she was punished in a terrible way. Accused of crimes she did not commit, she was subjected to a brutal punishment. Her face was slashed, a cruel reminder of the injustice she suffered. Left to wander the earth, her spirit became vengeful, seeking retribution for the wrongs done to her. Her story is told again and again, passed down through many years. Around campfires and in hushed tones, the tale of Kuchisake-Onna is recounted. Each storyteller adds their own twist, but the essence remains the same. A beautiful woman, wronged and driven to madness, now haunts the living. Each time it's told, it gets a little scarier. The details become more gruesome, the encounters more terrifying. People speak of seeing her in the dead of night, her face hidden behind a mask, asking a single chilling question: am I beautiful? The answer, no matter what it is, seals the fate of the unfortunate soul who encounters her. The details might change, but the main story stays the same. The legend of Kuchisake-Onna is a testament to the power of folklore, how it evolves and adapts with each retelling. It serves as a reminder of the fears that lie deep within us, fears that transcend time and place. A beautiful woman, hurt and driven mad. Her story is a tragic one, a blend of beauty and horror, love and vengeance. She is a symbol of the pain that can drive a person to the brink, and the darkness that can consume a soul, seeking revenge on everyone alive. Her spirit roams the land, a constant reminder of the consequences of unchecked emotions and the horrors that can arise from them. The legend of Kuchisake-Onna continues to haunt the imaginations of those who hear it, a chilling tale that refuses to fade away. She walks through the night like a ghost wearing a surgical mask. The streets are empty, the air thick with an unsettling silence. Each step she takes echoes through the deserted alleyways, a haunting reminder of her presence. The streetlights flicker, casting eerie shadows that dance around her as if the darkness itself is alive. Her eyes, the only visible part of her face, are filled with a sorrow that seems to pierce through the night. She is a phantom, a spectre of pain and mystery moving silently through the urban labyrinth. Her long dark hair flows down her back like a spooky curtain. It sways gently with each step, a dark river cascading in the wind. The strands seem to whisper secrets of a past filled with anguish and despair. Her hair, a veil of darkness, hides more than just her face. It conceals the torment that lies within her soul. The night embraces her, making her one with the shadows, a figure of both beauty and terror. The mask hides her secret, a terrible scar. Behind the fabric lies a story of unimaginable pain and suffering. The mask is her shield, her barrier against a world that has been cruel and unforgiving. Her eyes, though somber, hold a glimmer of the person she once was before the scar, before the mask. They are windows to a soul that has endured more than most can fathom. The mask is not just a cover, it is a symbol of her resilience and her curse. A wound that shows violence and pain. The scar is a grotesque reminder of a night that changed everything. It is a mark of brutality, a testament to the horrors she has faced. The wound is not just physical, it is a deep, emotional chasm that has left her forever altered. Each time she looks in the mirror, she is reminded of the violence that was inflicted upon her, the pain that has become a part of her very being. The scar is a story etched into her flesh, a narrative of suffering and survival. Be careful if you see her. She moves with a purpose, her steps deliberate and measured. The night is her domain, a realm where she reigns supreme. Those who cross her path do so at their own peril. Her presence is a warning, a harbinger of something dark and sinister. The air grows colder, the shadows deeper as she approaches. She is a figure of dread, a living nightmare that haunts the streets. To see her is to glimpse the abyss, to feel the chill of death's embrace, because if she speaks to you, it's already too late. Her voice is a whisper, soft and haunting. Like the wind through the trees on a cold, dark night, it carries with it a sense of inevitability, a prelude to something terrible. Her words are a spell, a curse that binds those who hear them. The moment she speaks, the world seems to shift. The air grows heavy and a sense of dread fills the heart. Her voice is the last thing you hear before the darkness takes hold. Am I beautiful? She asks, her voice a soft whisper. The question hangs in the air, laden with a weight that is almost unbearable. Her eyes bore into yours, searching for an answer that can never truly satisfy. The question is a trap, a snare that ensnares the soul. It is a plea for validation, a cry for recognition, but also a test, a challenge that few can pass. Her whisper is both seductive and terrifying, a siren's call that lures you into the depths of her despair, but don't let her gentle voice trick you. Beneath the softness lies a darkness that is all-consuming. Her smile, though gentle, is a mask of its own, hiding the malevolence that lurks beneath. Her eyes, though seemingly kind, are windows to a soul that has been twisted by pain and suffering. She is a master of deception, a creature of the night who preys on the unsuspecting. Her gentle demeanor is a facade, a lure to draw you in before revealing the horror that lies beneath. Under the mask is something truly horrifying. The moment the mask comes off, the true extent of her suffering is revealed. Her face, once hidden, is a canvas of pain and torment. The scar, a grotesque reminder of the violence she has endured, is a sight that chills the blood. It is a wound that speaks of betrayal, of cruelty beyond measure. The mask, once removed, reveals the monster that the world has made her, a creature of both beauty and horror. A giant open mouth cut from ear to ear, a scary, twisted smile. The smile is a grotesque parody of joy, a macabre twist that turns beauty into horror. It is a wound that never heals, a scar that forever marks her as a victim of unspeakable cruelty. The smile is a symbol of her pain, a reminder of the night that changed her life forever. It is a sight that haunts the dreams of those who see it, a vision of horror that lingers long after the night has passed. She is a living nightmare, a ghost of the past, forever wandering the streets with her mask and her grotesque smile. The question hangs in the air, sharp and dangerous. Am I beautiful? Your heart beats fast, you can barely breathe, there's no good answer. If you say yes, you make her angry. If you say no, you're doomed. She takes off her mask, showing the horrible truth. She asks again, this time stronger. Even like this? She hisses. You try to think of a way to escape, but there isn't one. She's got you trapped. Section 5. Vanity, Fear, and Fading Beauty. Kuchisake-Onna is a creature of two sides, beautiful and monstrous. She represents our deepest fears, the fear of losing our looks, the fear of people judging how we look. Her story is a warning about vanity and dangerous obsessions. She reminds us that beauty fades, that real beauty is on the inside. But for those obsessed with looks, Kuchisake-Onna is a scary reminder of the price of vanity. Section 6. Panic in the streets. The 1970s surge. 1970s. Japan is changing. The modern world clashes with old traditions. And in the shadows, Kuchisake-Onna's legend grows stronger. People see her everywhere. Panic spreads like wildfire. Kids are told not to walk alone at night. Mothers hold their children tight. The fear is real. Kuchisake-Onna is more than just a story now. She represents the anxieties of a country changing fast. Section 7. From folklore to pop culture icon. Kuchisake-Onna's story spreads beyond whispers. She comes out of the shadows and onto the screen. Movies, TV shows, video games, her image is everywhere. She becomes a famous J-horror character. Her scary face, easy to recognize. Each new version of her story adds a new twist, but the main parts stay the same. The mask, the question, the scary reveal. Kuchisake-Onna is a pop culture icon. Section 8. The enduring allure of the Slit-Mouthed Woman. Why are we still so fascinated and scared by Kuchisake-Onna? Maybe it's because she plays on our deepest fears. Or maybe it's because her story is so simple. Whatever the reason, Kuchisake-Onna's legend lives on. She reminds us that some stories never die. They're told over and over, changing a little each time. And in the dark, they still give us nightmares. Section 9. Conclusion, a legacy of fear and fascination. Kuchisake-Onna, the slit-mouthed woman, a scary figure from Japanese ghost stories. Her story reminds us how powerful fear is, the pull of the unknown, and how much we like scary things. She's part of Japan's culture, a whispered warning, a scary story to tell around a campfire. Kuchisake-Onna's legacy is one of fear, fascination, and the power of storytelling.